Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome to the finale of EarthBound Beginnings. Been a long time coming. We've had several delays during the series, and I do apologize for that, but I feel like in the end, this has definitely been a great Let's Play, and I hope that all of you have enjoyed it. Anyhow, last time, we climbed our way nearly to the peak of Mount Itoi. Through many grueling trials, we have obtained all 8 melodies scattered throughout the world of EarthBound Beginnings. And this time, we are going to be using those melodies to hopefully bring an end to the torment of this world. Anyway, what you want to do is first things first, I implore you to heal your party if you are not fully healed at this point, because this is the last opportunity you will get to heal. Period. We want to head to Queen Mary's castle. See you later. Luckily, we don't have to do their little riddle again, and I'm probably going to get lost in here, just throwing that out there. Is it this way and this way? Yes, actually it is. Wow, 1,000 voice cracks, but I'm very surprised I actually made it all the way in here without taking a wrong turn. Anyway, here we have Queen Mary. Figured it out yet? Let's talk to her. Please sing to me the melodies that you have learned. Just saying, that is one of my favorite songs in any video game. I feel like it's incredibly iconic of the era. Yes, that's right. That is the song. Oh, Giegue. I loved him. I loved him as if he was my own child. He was always wagging his tail, just like a pup. Except for when I tried to sing him lullabies. Oh, George, this is your wife, Maria. I'm coming to join you. My purpose is complete. After telling the story to Ninten, with a rush of wind, Queen Mary vanished. As she disappeared, so did Magicant. Magicant was a mirage born of Maria's consciousness. And with that, we now know the full truth of the existence of Magicant and Queen Mary, who in fact is our great-grandmother, Maria. When taken from this earth, she raised Giegue, an alien being. Very interesting stuff. Anyway, we may now head north, and the path is open to us as we have been returned to Mount Itoi. Some very, very ominous music is playing, and indeed enemies can attack you within these caves, which you want to be very, very wary of. In here, we have... Oh, the darkness is so thick. I can't see you very well. But could it be... Is it the little girl from Snowman? Anna, I believe it was. Brace yourself. Your mom is locked in her room and back. Do not try to rescue us now. First, the mothership must be destroyed. All of the missing adults from Youngtown, in addition to Anna's parents, are here. They have been abducted by some strange alien force. In fact, the same alien force that Maria referred to. And up ahead, the mothership must be destroyed. You see the inspiration for this title of the game? Mother? A lot of motherly things have been happening. Anyway, I can't believe I'm at the end of this game. Just saying right now, I never thought that this would be the first EarthBound game that I would ever beat. In fact, there have been times where I never thought I'd beat it at all. And yet here we are. My first time experiencing this final battle firsthand. And it's with you guys. I would not have it any other way. Giegue drew near. Something I want to clear up right now, I've seen a bajillion pronunciations for this character. However, the original Japanese name of this character is in fact pronounced Giegue. And yes, this is the same character as Giegus in EarthBound for the Super Nintendo. I always pronounce it with E instead of I because that is how the original Japanese version is pronounced. So whenever I hear someone say Giegus instead of Giegus, or Giegu instead of Giegue, I die a little inside, I do have to admit. Anyhow, as is tradition for games of this series, this is not your traditional final boss fight. I recommend immediately casting PSI Shield Beta on Nintendo to cut all damage for this fight in half. For everyone else, simply guard. Nintendo was shielded. Anna was shielded. Lloyd was shielded. Nintendo, I am grateful to your family. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. That does a lot of damage to Nintendo because Nintendo was not guarding. You want to guard as much as possible in this fight just to make sure you can keep your health up. Life Up Pi and Omega are definitely very useful here if you get into a pinch, but for now I think we're good to continue to guard. Nintendo is guarding. Your great-grandparents, George and Maria, raised me. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable, and we will suffer even more damage. As you can tell, the main reason I grinded up into the 50s for this fight was just to be resilient against this guy. That is literally the only purpose of grinding beyond probably the 30-something mark, is to just last longer against this guy without having to heal. But George stole vital information from our planet that can be used to betray my people. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Even more damage. There's nothing more we can do. Internally, this enemy does not even have an HP value. The game just doesn't even perceive Giegue as something that can be defeated by force. So again, we must guard. And now, one of his descendants is obstructing our plans and must be stopped. Nintendo, I am talking about you. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Even more damage is suffered. I think now is the time we definitely want to think about healing our party. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Nintendo cast Life Up Pi, and I am also going to have Anna cast Life Up Pi, and we are just going to have Lloyd guard. Go home now. Perish with the rest of the ugly Earth people. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Nintendo suffers 36, Anna suffers 41, Lloyd suffers 16. Nintendo recovers 57, Anna recovers 56, Lloyd recovers 52. So yes, this is a very good pattern to establish with yourself because it can heal up a lot of characters quicker than Giegue can actually attack you, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. Anyway, we must continue to guard. Foolish one, you cannot do a thing with your meager powers. Powers worthy of a lowly insect. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. I feel like just this scene with this music, this enemy in front of us, and the nature of Giegue's attack is another very iconic moment in video gaming, and I think it's probably one of the scarier moments in any Nintendo game if you're not prepared for it. Ninten, you alone. I may save you. Just you alone. Board our mothership with me. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. As you might imagine, we are disinclined to acquiesce his request. So, the only form of resistance that we know is in fact to continue to guard. The most basic form of resistance. Then, fall into a long sleep with your friends and the other ugly Earth people. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. And we will suffer even more damage for refusing to give in to Giegue's demands. At this point, there's really only one thing that we can think to do. Remember what Maria said about singing the melodies to Giegue. I'm going to have Ninten cast Life Up Pi on everybody, and the other two are going to sing. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Ninten suffers 33, Anna suffers 37, Lloyd suffers 33. So we can just heal up our HP a little bit. Anna recovers 42, which is about as much as Giegue did. And Anna will begin to sing the song, complete with some interesting graphical glitches. Stop singing. And now Lloyd shall sing the song, and get a little bit further through it. Stop singing. Interesting indeed. I'm going to have Ninten cast Life Up Pi again, and the other two are again going to sing. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Man, this guy hits pretty darn hard. Can you imagine not having PSI Shield Beta up? That would not be good. That would not be good at all. Anyway, time for our third attempt to sing the song. And we will get a little bit further. Stop. Stop the song. But we will not stop the song, because it seems to be the only thing that can get through to Giegue in any meaningful way. And thus we shall continue to sing. Stop it! Stop that song! I don't think so. I think we are going to continue to sing. Here are attempts 5 and 6. Healing up even more health on our party members, because we definitely need it in this situation. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Even more damage, but we cannot stop. We must continue to sing the song. And I have to say, I don't think I've seen these odd graphical oddities on YouTube before. I wonder if it's just my game, or what? You puny little earth bugs, shut up and stop singing. But yeah, it might be my emulator, it might just be the frame rate I'm recording at. Very, very odd. But it does make this a little more interesting, at least. Complete with voice crack. The song! You know what, I think we'll have everyone sing this time, because we're pretty alright on our HP. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. We will take even more damage, But we cannot give up. We must continue to sing. We'll have Ninten sing, Anna sing, and Lloyd sing. So this should bring us up to 9 attempts at singing the song at the end of this turn, which is pretty good in my opinion. And as you'll notice, each time we get further into the song. Stop it! Man, I love this song so much, and I do have to say, if anyone's getting a little sick by the flashing colors, I do apologize. It's a really, really interesting thing to have something so colorful at a time so dark, is it not? And Giegue doesn't even say anything that time. He just expresses alarm in some imperceptible way. It seems we are really getting through to him. One interesting thing of note is in this game, Giegue does appear humanoid in some way. A lot of people draw similarities of his appearance to Mewtwo, and considering there are quite a few developers that this game shares with Pokemon... Stop. Please stop. Since this game shares a lot of developers with Pokemon, I think this resemblance might not be so unintentional, although Giegue did come first, so it's possible that Mewtwo is in fact a reference to this game. Anyway, it is time for Song 10 and Song 11. Just gonna heal up everyone using Ninten's powers just to keep us in an okay state. The form of Giegue's attack was inexplicable. Even more damage suffered. But here we go, the final push. Anna sings the song. I think we're close, guys. I think we're almost through to him. We may only hope that what we are doing here will bring peace to Earth and hopefully the universe beyond. But who knows, what happens in the future might surprise even all of us. How could I be defeated by a song like that? I will sometime. Ninten, we shall meet again. And with that, the threat looming over the Earth, at least for now, departs for worlds, lands, spaces, and times as yet unknown. We have done it. At the summit of Mount Itoi, Anna is reunited with her mom as the rest of the freed Earth people exit the cave. Teddy, his health fully recovered, now sings daily at the live show. The kidnapped grown-ups return to their lonely children in Youngtown. I promise I won't forget you, so I will not say goodbye, just till we meet again. Anna has returned home with her parents. Lloyd returns to a hero's welcome at Twinkle Elementary School. Yeah, that would be a little bit awkward, wouldn't it? I cannot believe I have actually completed this game. Son, your sisters and I are so happy to see you back in one piece. How unbelievable that you are not hungry. I don't know, I'm pretty hungry right now. I could go for some food. A letter from Ninten. I miss him so much. I hope we can get together again soon. Well, now that the Earth's crisis is finally over, I think I'll just lay down for a moment and sleep. Ninten may finally rest easy. And, as is tradition for this series, we get a bit of a casting call, which is super duper cool. I wish more games would do this. Anyway, this ending is incredibly interesting because it was not in the original Famicom release of Mother. In fact, the credits would simply scroll up in the background after the ship flew off from Mount Itoi. None of this epilogue stuff was even there, neither was this casting call. So when the original leak of this game came out for English, a lot of people debated its veracity just because of so many differences to the original game. However, this entire ending sequence is in fact intact in the official Japanese release of Mother 1+2, so it is indeed canon to the series. And I gotta say, I'm really glad that the localizers back in the very early 90s decided to add this in. It's just really, really cool. There's so much more I can say about this game. It's just a lot of people dismiss it because a lot of people say it's the worst. And honestly, I can somewhat agree when people say it's the worst of the three Mother games. However, I have to say, I love the music. Honestly, I don't feel bad saying that when the heck was there a penguin in this game? Sorry. Sidetracked. I gotta say, I love the music in this game. I think it might be my favorite soundtrack out of all three Mother games. But yes, I cannot even imagine trying to beat this game without some sort of difficulty mod. I do own the game on the Wii U Virtual Console, but I highly doubt I will ever beat the vanilla version of this game because I do have to say, I think I spent more time off-screen in this Let's Play grinding levels than actually recording, and that's with quadruple experience. So I'm not sure if I could even pull it off. Anyway, with that, we now have the actual credits. And man, it's crazy to just sit back and think I have completed EarthBound Beginnings. Some people may call it illegitimate because I did modify my game to make things a little bit easier, but I think I outlined my reasoning for that in the beginning of the series, and I think honestly, experiencing this game at all, even with modifications to the game, is definitely much more worth it than to just try and fail to suffer through the vanilla version of this game. Man, it's crazy to think, how many people can you say the first EarthBound game they completed was EarthBound Beginnings? I'm not sure how many people you can say that about. And there we are, player David. Indeed, the name is used at the finale of the game, just like in the original EarthBound for the Super Nintendo that we are all much more familiar with. And with that, it's done. EarthBound Beginnings has been completed. I know that boy is home. Come on, son, and answer the phone. Something new has come up, and that's it. What new thing has come up? We'll just have to come back here in another place, and another time, and perhaps another Let's Play to find out. I want to thank you all so sincerely for watching, because this is a game I feel like is very underappreciated, and I really wanted to complete it at some point, and honestly, doing a Let's Play is a really good way to force yourself to beat a game because you have expectations upon you. So, like, I just encourage all of you to try and experience this game however you can. Try and experience the sequel, EarthBound, however you can. And This episode is coming out the day after the Nintendo Switch announcement keynote thing. So if by some miracle, by some act of a higher power, we do in fact see EarthBound 2 come over to the US, please try to experience that game as well, because this trilogy is something truly special. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Play.